You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well, guys, we're going to be talking about Memphis Grizzlies star, wannabe gangster, wannabe thug, Ja Morant here in this video. And Ja Morant is a moron. He is jeopardizing over $200 million. I don't know about you guys, but if I had that opportunity, nowhere in the world would I put myself in a position to jeopardize that kind of payday. That is the lottery. Guys, do you know that the odds of winning the lottery is something like 1 in 300 million? Yeah, it is. But this man, with his talent, is wasting his NBA career. And guys, there's so many people out there that are coming out and destroying Ja Morant. We can't even put it into one video. I mean, it is so many people. Kwame Brown had an epic teardown of Ja Morant. He called him a dumb boy. A dumb boy. He went off. A lot of people are just destroying Ja Morant. This man could probably be facing a very, very lengthy suspension from the NBA. He's putting his career at risk, but more importantly, he's probably putting his life at risk. Because, guys, Ja Morant is attracting the attention of the wrong kind of people, guys. The wrong kind of people. Now, Keyshawn Johnson, I believe he's actually from LA. He's come out, man, and he has said that notable gang members have Ja Morant on their radar. They are upset with Ja Morant portraying himself as a wannabe thug. That's not good, guys, when you are attracting the attention of gang members. Now, on our live stream yesterday, Rose and I talked about Brit Baby. I don't think he was talking about Brit Baby. But we do have a clip here of Keyshawn Johnson going into this. Look at this on the New York Post. Keyshawn Johnson, gang members ticked off with Ja Morant. Guys, when you hear gang members are not happy with you, that could actually end your life. I grew up, guys, and there was this one kid that I grew up with. Started off on the straight and narrow path. Went to school, doing the right thing, and then he got involved in those streets. You want to know where he ended up? 6 feet under. Drive-by shooting. Wanted to be a gang member, wanted to be a thug. He got gunned down. I believe he was like probably 18 years old, 19 years old. This is back in the 1990s. We were roughly the same age. I didn't hang around him. I didn't want to associate with him because I knew that this guy was not going to live very long. Does Ja Morant want that same thing? Because he's putting himself on the path of being 6 feet under before the age of 30. It's possible. He needs to change his life. We got a clip here, guys, of Keyshawn Johnson. But this is what he said, because this is not in the clip here. He says, quote, a notable gang member of a certain very powerful gang here in LA didn't like the fact that Ja was doing those things in some of his games, along with portraying himself to a degree as some sort of a hip hop street gangster growing up in the hood when he wasn't. So I'm assuming that he's talking about like Ja throwing up gang signs or something like that in games. Could be. And I got to tell you this, guys. Gangsters, when you are not a part of a gang and you're throwing up gang signs, boy, they don't like that. They don't like that. And they're going to let you know about that. They aren't. Quote, those are some of the things that I worry about because you're aligning yourself in a position that you know nothing about at all whatsoever. Zero about. That's where I look at the team and the league and to be able to say, quote, you got to get him the necessary help that he needs, serious help. Now, when Ja was away from the team the first time, I didn't buy that he learned anything. I mean, he was gone for 8 games. He was not going to change his life around in 8 games. Maybe now this could be a wake-up call. We have to see. But let's listen in to Keyshawn Johnson right here, guys. Let's play it.
He shouldn't be there, man. I grew up in the streets of Los Angeles in the ghetto. Okay, I grew up around gangs and gun violence. I've been shot before. My sisters have been shot before. That's not it. It just really isn't. You, and I'm not even talking about the money, but you put yourself in a position, because first of all, you're not from the streets. So let's stop that. Let's just stop it. That's why people that are from the streets are kind of ticked off about his behavior, because they would die to be in his shoes. And then he continued to put himself in this position. You don't do nothing but alienate these individuals and make them mad. When you having fun or whatever you're doing, but you out there looking real silly instead of saying, nah, you know what, that's not what I want to do. I just want to play basketball. He's a basketball player, and he needs to really, and there's people around him, they need to really get him to understand, man, you play basketball. You don't want that life right there, that club, guns, alcohol, that's not it. That's not it. You're going to squander $200+ million. You're going to squander that. That's going to go away like this. Nobody comes back from that. These dudes in these streets that's playing, they playing for keeps, okay? They play for keeps in these streets. They not out here just listening to rap music and turning their lives into that. They already living that on a daily basis. I've been there. I've been in the streets. I know what it's like. That ain't it, man. It's just not. It's no. No, I'm good. That's what it is. And the people around him, they should be ashamed of themselves too, for even agitating it instead of saying, "No, man, that's not what we gonna do. We gonna go chill. We gonna be in a safe place." But for whatever reason, he keeps putting himself in this position.
Yeah, Keyshawn Johnson, right on the money. He is right on the money. I mean, Ja Morant, for one thing, he plays in Memphis. Memphis is one of the most dangerous cities in America. He should know that, hey, I'm playing in this city. There's a whole bunch of crime. I don't want to be about that. I mean, this just lets you know, guys, that Ja Morant is definitely not from the streets. He's not. He has no street smarts whatsoever. Because when you start attracting attention of actual guys that are actually willing to go out there and die, that's a problem, man. To them, they don't have nothing to lose. You got everything to lose. That contract, Ja Morant, $200 million, guess what? It don't mean nothing if you're dead or locked up. Stop being a fool. You're acting like a fool. And more people need to get in his ear, man, and tell him, man, you're not a gangster. You don't want to be like that. Take advice from people that's been out there in the streets. Keyshawn Johnson said he's been shot at. His sister's been shot at. I mean, one of my really good friends, guess what? His uncle wanted to be about that life. I think he was a big-time drug dealer. Guess what? Gunned down. Dead. Not an old man. Because you realize, folks, that you don't see gangsters and thugs living to be old men and retiring. Doesn't happen. There's usually one way out. And that's 6 feet under. Usually at a very, very young age. So, Ja Morant, you ain't built like that, man. You are not built like that. Keyshawn Johnson hitting it right on the money, man. Hitting it right on the money. This is bad, guys. When you are attracting attention of thugs, gangsters, criminals, man, you ain't built like that. You're not. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.